There he is.
What's up, big guy?
How are y'all?
Doing
How are
good,
you?
man. Doing good. The beard game is
Damn, I got
tight tonight. I don't
reflection.
know. It's just like a little fluff right now. You got to grow yours out, bro. You got to catch up.
I just shaved it off.
No, you
I, sh-
don't
I
shave.
had all this going and I shaved it.
No,
I
you
was
don't
starting to
do
feel
that.
like I was starting to feel a little too cavemanish, I guess.
Well, you look like a history teacher now. Okay, yeah, like grading papers. Paranormal Misfit. What's going on, sis?
Hey
Um,
Aurora, hey Yvette.
oh, hey, vet. But no, like what we're gonna start doing, and I think we're gonna start highlighting Cross the Line Paranormal. We're gonna start telling the history of Cross the Line Paranormal to see where you started, and we're gonna really
All right,
start
I
with
gotta
your
take
like
these off.
your first. I have to leave
I
them on,
was
dude. You're like fuzzy if I don't. Um,
well, the I don't wear glasses. I was doing these to fuck with you.
oh, but
if
for
if I
my
if I had known you was wearing a CLP shirt, I would have wore that too instead
hey
of Gettysburg.
hey you gifted this to me, and I appreciate it. So
Right?
definitely gonna represent since obviously becoming part of the team. I definitely wanted to represent tonight. Um, but
Absolutely.
But no, man, and these are going to be really fun. They're going to be engaging, just kind of telling this the history of Cross the Line Paranormal. And can you kind of run me through like how you came into Cross the Line Paranormal real quick, and where
Yeah,
you began?
and also make sure all our guests have
Oh
some
yeah,
whiskey with them
that's in here. That's in here,
or
right?
any drink. Yeah, that's
It's a
yeah. I got that in here.
it's a tall pour. Maybe I should
Well, I
really.
did. I brought my 2 liter of Sprite over here and the whole bottle of Jameson just in case.
Oh well, see now you're better prepared. I didn't bring it in here. God, I suck at
Hey,
this. I really got to work
got
at
to
it.
think ahead, man. Jesus,
Yeah, well,
that's
it's a
branding.
decent pour. Okay, I'll say that it's a
I
decent
well,
pour.
mine was to the rim, but I sucked it down.
Hey, life. This is adulting, right? This is the one benefit of being an adult is being able to have a little
Absolutely,
beverage. But
absolutely.
no, man, run me through it. Where did you start?
Well, where as far as with CLP,
Yeah,
bringing up
what?
CLP.
How did you get engaged with
So
CLP?
they were my buddy Philip at the time was he's still my buddy. Was who started CLP. Um, he put on a paranormal tour, raising money for a historical society at the Old Smith Hospital. Most of the hospital is torn down now. There's still one section of it, and he was putting on paranormal tours back in 2013. And luckily, I I discovered online, that he was a group in town, and I emailed him multiple times wanting to join, interview, whatever. Never got a response. I was saying, this guy's an asshole. He won't freaking respond to my damn emails or nothing. Then he finally responds, talking about he gets 500 emails a day and yada 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 bullshit. And but he said buy a ticket and come out. And so at the time I did. Uh, I had a recorder and a millimeter
Yeah,
with me, and so I came out there and went through the thing. And the place, sadly, most of it's torn down, but the place is really active for what little bitty what's left. Um, but that's basically where it started. From that, he said I won a drawing that they had, and went on their first tour. We went to actually Green Cove Springs.
oh, okay,
And so basically joined the team from there. So my start with the team was 2013.
nice.
And it's just, we've been all over the place, residentials and the commercial stuff that we do for our own experiences,
Yeah,
until I took over the team in 2021
okay,
when
okay.
he got married and had to step down because other life's goals, ambitions, or his wife didn't want him doing it, one or the
Probably that because it's this
other.
is
Yeah.
expensive. Okay, that's what nobody's going to tell
Mm-hmm.
you. Like this is expensive to get in these places, and just to
Exactly.
get it. I mean, how much? I know. I don't know if Yvette told you or anything, but like just to get into Waverly, how much off the top of your head do you think that was?
12, 12,
12?
1500 somewhere in there. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for 8 hours,
Yep.
eight
And
little
so
hours.
And I understand
Yeah.
too. This is not a knock on the places themselves, right?
Oh no,
Because
no, no,
they have
not
to
at all.
run
No,
and
no, they're amazing. They're
right.
amazing places,
Yeah,
but yeah,
good people.
it's still expensive, very expensive hobby.
Yes, it is. And so you took over in you said 2012, correct?
Yeah. No, 2021.
2021. All right. So
Hmm.
you're. I want to back up a little bit. What was your first professional investigation? Let's start there. Like, where did you? Because I know you've been interested in the paranormal for quite some time, but where did you
Hmm.
really start? Like, what was the main one that you did?
Well, that would have been at Green Cove Springs. Then, as far
Yeah.
as with a team, I've done things on my own even before being part of a team. There'd be tidbits from people at work or whatever. So and so's girlfriend's sisters thinks their house is haunted, you
Yeah.
know, and we know you're into that spooky shit. Can you go over there and check it out?
Right.
And so that's what I would do. I would go to their house and make them all go outside, and I would just walk around the house by myself trying to see if I
Yeah.
get anything. And back then I didn't have anything but a recorder and a camera, a digital camera, and maybe a millimeter at a time, but mainly just a voice recorder. And
Shit.
so, yeah,
I think I got one right here. I got a K2 right here. Yeah.
right. I
Yeah. It's
keep
like
one in my
sitting
work
there.
truck.
Right. We'll just let this thing go.
But yeah, and that just goes to show, you got to start. You can start anywhere. You don't have to have thousands of dollars worth of equipment to do it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
hell, you can just use now with your phone. You can just use your phone with recording apps and voice recordings on your phone. You don't have to necessarily have voice recorders per se. Even though they are finding the older ones seem to pick up better because they don't have near the filters for the lower frequencies.
Right.
So it seems like we're getting more EVPs with them older recorders.
Yeah. Hey, Spooky. Yeah. No, and I think that you're kind of tapped onto something that I like the apps that are out there. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot that's floating around with those apps and people that use it. I mean, swear by it. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I think too, like always with a grain of salt when you're using those. That's
exactly.
just my own personal belief. Everybody else has their ways and tactics. But so Green Cove, was it the jail that you went to or?
Yes, yeah, just
Yeah.
the jail at the time. They didn't have the courthouse open.
Oh, okay.
And hello, and I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining in. Trying to keep up with the chat,
Yeah.
but yeah, Green Cove Springs definitely was pretty wild. I mean, we were didn't really from. I mean, this has been many years. This is 2013, so but I remember hearing like footsteps, and we did get some EVPs and stuff like that. So far as from that aspect, on a team that had cameras set up and had more devices and gadgets to interact with, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And just from there, just passion just flamed up basically, and been doing it ever since with the
Yeah.
team.
Well, here's the
Um,
plug. We're going to be back there in
exactly,
April,
yeah,
April
in
12th,
April.
Yep. So we're going to be
Yep,
going live from Green Cove, the
Green
old
Cove
jail.
Springs.
So yeah, and the courthouse is now open. From my understanding, we're going to be able
Yes,
to get in there too.
yes.
So I'm really looking forward to that. Hey, Spooky, yep, I see you. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Again, it's like because we did take a little bit of a break for the holidays, and I know
Mm-hmm.
that you went down to the old railroad with War
Miami.
Party and all that. But
Yeah, I wish you could have made that.
yeah,
I hate you missed out on that.
dude,
It wasn't.
ooh,
It wasn't as active as before, but we still did have some cool experiences.
yeah,
Disembodied voices, a disembodied REM pod of all things. And the boy down there, God, I think it's Jason. He caught that on his phone.
yeah.
That was wild. There was no REM pod anywhere around, but yet it sounded like it was right next to his phone while he was
So,
walking.
dude, the
So
mimics,
yeah, I mean,
mimics
pretty
are
cool.
making a big comeback as of
Yeah.
recently. Seeing the videos of mimics that are out there, and I don't know why that's coming back. Because like it was reported in a lot of
Hmm.
places, but really never. It was rarely captured, and now it's being captured because everybody has a device. Everybody has a
Yeah.
phone, and
Yeah.
so a lot of it's being. What is both of your most memorable paranormal experience? So I'll let you go first.
I mean, I've had some pretty wild ones, but my most memorable still to this day is Waverly Hills. coming out of the death tunnel. Me and my wife Brandy, we exited the death tunnel, and I'll go ahead and put this part in front of it because it's actually happening in reverse. If you're listening on the audio recorder, because I wasn't running the camera, I was just running a Tascam audio recorder and live listening. Well, on the audio recorder, we're walking out of the death tunnel on the first floor. Well, when we went down the death tunnel, it was only us on the first floor. All doors were shut. It was February, cold, freezing, and snowing. Coming out, the door, as you come out, if you've been coming out of death tunnel, it's like a plywood door. You come out and there's doors. Just it looks like something out of the damn Shining, low light, all the way down this long hallway. Well, the very first door to the right. So, Jeff, very first door to the right was open, which I thought was strange.
Yeah.
And because nobody had been down there. So we walk up the door. Well, on the audio, Brandy stops, and you hear me ask her, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I hear something dragging behind me." And so anyway, we walk towards the door, and like I said, that audio part was reversed, but I just want to get that ahead of this. So I look in the room. I just lean in because they got heaters running for the break room area. There's no power in the rest of the building, just the break room area on the second floor.
Yeah.
There's heaters running. I peek in. I'm got audio running, so I can't hear nothing because it's so loud with the heaters. So I just lean back and let her lean in to look. And when I do, I look back the way we just came, and there's a girl standing there. All I saw was waist up in a hospital gown. To the detail of there was little like emblems on her gown. She had black hair covering most of her face. I didn't see any facial features. Her skin tone was gray. I screamed, "Oh shit," and went in a defense mode like that, and she was gone.
That's crazy. And I've heard that story.
That was insane.
I've heard that story, and it got me because
still get chills from that. God,
yeah,
damn.
you told me prior to us even knowing that we were going to Waverly. You told me that story, and then I told you that's a bucket hunt. So another plug is we're going to Waverly in July.
Exactly.
You know, so
I've been to Waverly twice. It has not disappointed both times, but technically the 20, I mean, I've been on a team 13, 14 years, but even before that doing it, first time ever seeing a full bodied person standing there as solid as me and you.
Yeah.
Was just fucking exciting. And it was, I'd say, terrifying, but I was shook up for a second, like, cause I was just like, I wasn't expecting it, you know?
Yeah.
And just her standing there and she was so close. I mean, I ain't 5 feet, you know, she was that close. And the best way, and what I described to people, the best way I just could describe her, she looked like the girl out of The Ring.
See, that still gets me too.
That's how she looked.
Well, see, because like you, I've never seen a full body, you know, because I haven't been on as many as you have, right? I mean, I've been on a couple of them, but I haven't been on as many. But I mean, obviously, for me, the Penhurst, Penhurst was for me. Did you feel anything from her? Spooky ass. Did you feel anything from her?
Far as like, I mean, other than she just scared the shit out of me for a moment. No, I guess I could say maybe she was curious. You know, whether it was interest in me or my wife, because my wife seems to attract. She's not a medium or nothing by no means. She seems to attract them more at times. I think it's just her energy. She gives off good energy. So I think it was more just curiosity and following us around. We've had a lot of successful interactions like that. We'll go off alone and investigate, and we'll get a lot more action, it seems like, than other members of other teams we've collaborated with that weren't getting anything. So maybe it's something to do with her energy or what, I don't know, but I didn't feel like anything negative. I should put that. It seemed almost like she was just curious or interested, but I don't think she was expecting me to see her.
Yeah. And
guys shocked both of us. Yeah.
I was like,
she probably said, "Oh shit," too.
I totally see it. I can totally see it. But no, like at Penhurst, I think because again, like prior to that, I've never seen
Brandon.
Brandon's in here. Finally, shit.
Yeah,
Sasquatch.
Slow ass.
I know, right? Like we said 8:30.
He can't apparently tell time. Yeah,
Is it 8:30 in Madison? Is that what? Is that okay? I'm kidding, bro. I miss you.
His
I can't
clock's
wait to see it.
slow.
It is. It is. Madison doesn't even have clocks. You know, they just kind of go off the
It's
sun and the
sundial. They're on the
moon, right?
sundial. Yeah, sundial.
But no, at Penhurst, so there's three that kind of pop out of my mind immediately. One is the whistle, and
Hmm.
the when hey, which you never do, but you know me, I don't really care. So I'm gonna whistle, and that whistled right before me.
Hmm.
And then when we were down in the Mayflower basement in the
Hmm.
main building, and
Yes.
both of us saw that light that looked like a flashlight, but
And
there
heard the
was nobody.
voices. And heard
Yep,
and heard the voices.
yep. The
We thought
voices, they
somebody
were
was
talking.
coming towards us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
It
Matt, what's up,
it
brother?
was that was nuts. That was
Yeah.
nuts.
And then the final
And
one was
then,
being scratched in the porta potty. Like that
well,
for
I
me.
was going to say you were scratched, but also you got to see your shadow figure
Yeah. Oh,
down there
that's
in the
right. Yeah,
King's
yeah, yeah.
basement too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was because, like I said, we've seen shadow figures before, and when we were at
Yeah.
Jasper County, I mean, that both of us stopped and we saw that
Yes.
real quick.
Yes.
We both
Yeah.
looked. We're like, "Yep, that was it." But this
Yep.
one just literally just went,
Popped
oh,
his head
who,
out.
hi, boom," and it was
Hmm.
there, man. So yeah, it was absolutely crazy at Penhurst, and I have to say that's going to stand out. But I know going
Hmm.
forward that Waverly is going to be awesome. We're going to
Oh
the
yeah.
old South Pittsburgh Hospital, old Harriman Hospital. So we're hitting
And
some
let's
pretty big spots. What's up,
definitely need to
Swan?
give a plug out to thank you, the Haunting Angels, for
Yep,
inviting us to the Waverly
dude, you're right
one
out of
that
my
we're
mind.
doing.
I was going to
So
say that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them and doing good, brother.
hmm.
And really investigating. But so if at Green Cove, I kind of also want to go back to that because I'm also
Hmm.
intrigued. I've never investigated Green Cove, the old jail, so this would be my first
Hmm.
time there. What's the inside of it like?
Oh Lord, it's there's a museum in one part. When you first go in, they got old handcuffs, they got some old pistols,
Yeah.
I remember filing cabinets, lots of filing cabinets. They had some offices and stuff, set up a little bit different from Hamilton.
Okay.
Far as the jail, if I remember correctly, Green Cove is a little bit bigger. It's more long.
Hmm.
It's 2 story. the But if I remember correctly, there was some cells down Bottle and some cells upstairs. So it's been,
Years.
yeah, 10 plus years. And
Hey, Nick, what's up, brother?
but it's I mean it's still a really cool setup. Really cool setup.
How much
It has a
coffee do I drink a
maximum
day?
security. It has a
Hold on.
maximum security. Do a
51,
do
bro.
what?
Like, so he asked because on my Warrior AF page, all I do is
Mm.
drink coffee. I drink about a pot of coffee a day. So I drink about half a pot at home. I take coffee with me, and then I also have like 2 cups. And Nick in the chat could tell you,
Jesus.
like, I drink a lot of coffee.
And
Because
you're
I
about
used
ready
to,
to.
dude, it used to be Monster. Like I used to drink Monsters, like 2 Monsters a day
Mm.
just to go, because when you don't sleep all that well. So I just, yeah, it's, coffee is your lifesaver. And, a lot of people are
Say
like,
shit.
Black
You
Rifle.
should be bouncing off the walls of that much damn coffee.
No, I'm still tired. That's the thing about adulting. So the
Yeah.
coffee just makes you awake tired, if that makes any sense, right? So
Awake.
you're just
Yeah.
there. Yeah, see, see, he even said, Nick said it, and
Like
he's
a
like, yep,
zombie.
I can vouch. He drinks a lot. I even at one point, because me and Nick worked together, at one point I even had a little travel coffee pot at my desk, and I would
Hmm.
brew the small travel one at my desk. So,
No, damn.
dude, yeah,
That's an
I've
addiction.
got a problem with coffee. So I
I've
just
cut way back. I used to do. I would drink coffee till almost 12 o'clock.
mhm.
Now I just go and get one big cup and I drink it. Once I'm done with it, I drink it to about 10 and then I'm done. No
Yeah.
more
So
coffee.
7 o'clock, wake up, cup of coffee, gym, come back, cup of coffee, fill up my little thermos thing,
So what time you gotta
two
be at
cups.
work?
10:30.
7 o'clock.
10:30.
God damn, fucking
I work
banker's
10:30,
hours.
6:30. Hey, first off, all I'm
God
saying is
damn.
like I naturally wake up at 7. I don't know why. I wish I could sleep longer. But
See,
it's natural.
I say I wake up between 6:37. I'm on the road by 8.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously you proved it by driving us back from Penhurst. So that was
Right.
I was
Yeah.
supposed to stay up. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
We
Um,
say we got the photos to prove it that
yeah.
you didn't. You
I
or
did not.
Brandon.
No. Brandon was
I
knocked
think
out too.
Brandon drove maybe a fucking hour out of the whole trip, and I had to drive the rest.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a waste of Brandon's time. You might as well
Yeah.
have not even
Yeah.
done it.
I might as yeah, I should just drove the whole fucking thing. Damn.
But yeah, no, I think let's see. Have you ever been so scared on an paranormal investigation you leave the room? Yes, yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily scared. It's just something telling you to get out. Like something is telling you, like, you know what? Maybe it's just not a good thing to be down here right now, and it'll let you know.
Yeah, you can get you get that vibe or that creep factor that something doesn't want you in there, and you'll
Yeah.
it's more or less respecting the space, especially if it's possibly angry
Hmm.
or weather negative. Respecting the space, leave for a little bit and then come back.
Yeah. Or what Spooky
Yeah.
said, you get super sick. You do, have physical like nausea, headache. It
Mhm.
just feels like a pressure.
I've had nausea twice. Well, at Penhurst at Mayflower, I didn't
Hmm.
get nausea. I just got all of a sudden like anxiety when we got to the
Yeah.
third floor, and I don't know why.
I remember
Um,
that. I remember you
the
saying that.
only the only time I actually got nauseous that I can recall was actually at Zach Babington's Haunted Museum.
No, really?
Um, and not jokingly, I mean the museum was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Um, one of the first or second rooms we went into, I just got nauseous all of a sudden, just weird. And when we left the room, it went away. It was crazy shit.
Yeah. I mean, and like what 51 is saying, it's like, yeah, you do get scared where you almost don't move, but
Hmm.
in a lot of cases too, it's just almost like a processing thing. Like your body is trying to process what's going on. So that's
Yeah,
why, like, that
yeah.
scared factor, you just don't move, right? So it's very natural. It's humanistic characteristic there.
Hmm.
Whenever you are in that type of situation,
It,
the one thing I've noticed at Penhurst though too was in the Kings area, that is what really got us
yeah.
both anxious because we heard the voices, we saw the lights,
Hmm.
and the shadow
All
figure
the noises and shit. Yeah, it was
everywhere.
crazy.
The EVP you
If
got,
Ed, if
remember?
you if oh yeah, yeah.
Dude,
If
like,
you go in June, make sure you get the VIP tickets.
yeah,
Don't that way you get more, you get access to the basement, you get access
letter
to
picking.
the stairs from that house he bought that he
Yeah.
torn down. Okay, good. She said she got them.
Um,
You're gonna have to crawl through a hole too. They'll make sure you wear pants. They'll, they'll have
yeah.
you crawl through a hole. There's like a tunnel through the walls conjoining two of the rooms, and if you got VIP, they'll have you crawl through this tunnel, like dark ass tunnel.
I'm a little claustrophobic.
So,
I don't think I can. But no, there was an EVP that you caught down in the Mayflower basement where it was like, "Is there anybody here with us tonight?" And it goes, "Not me," just like
not
that.
me.
And we're like, "Oh, okay." But then after that, nothing came
Nothing.
through. And we're like, "Okay, maybe that's time to leave," So we picked up
Yep.
and beat skeet out. But yeah, that was a really interesting investigation
Yeah.
because
Penhurst was just
yeah, because I
crazy.
had just done small ones.
From the
Dude, from the
time we got
time,
there
like, I
to the
heard the
time.
steps on the stairs, like,
Hmm.
it was daylight, and it was either
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
up or down. I couldn't really
Yeah.
tell which way, but because was walking and talking at the same time, and I heard it,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, it may more than likely was going down. But yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Well, yeah, hell, right at the same area right there when we were leaving, me and Yvette was there at the table putting our book bags down,
Hmm.
and I saw something. She heard it. I heard it and saw it. It looked like something white went past the door really fast, the
Yeah.
outside door.
Hmm.
And I was like, was that the volunteer? And she was like, I have no clue. She just heard it sound like running. And
Yeah.
I peeked my head out there and nobody was out there. And so that was, I mean,
Yeah.
just the place is insane.
And
But
it's so vast and it's so big, the underground
it's, yeah.
tunnels, and it's just
Yeah,
it
the
took a
time
lot.
frame, you don't have enough time to do
No,
everything.
no,
That's
no.
definitely a second trip to and hit other places.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Have I ever been to Edinburgh? No, I have not. No, I have not.
Been hearing about
Um,
it. Been hearing a
yeah,
lot about it.
no, I mean, definitely a bucket is to go overseas, England and to
Oh
hunt,
God,
hunt
yeah.
there.
England,
Stace, what's up,
Ireland,
sis?
Scotland, Paris, Paris
Yeah,
catacombs.
dude, I want to go over there so bad, but, um, I think
A
too,
coworker of mine brought me back a coin from the catacombs. He went.
yeah,
It was ironic. It was funny. We his oh gosh, his name was Macintosh,
oh,
and my name over there was Common Cummings, and then I went from Common to Cummings. But
yeah,
we got looking up the history, and his family and my family battled, and his family kicked my family's ass and out of our castle.
my castle now, bitch.
Yeah. But he went over there to the catacombs and did the tours and all, and he brought me back a souvenir coin, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool,
Uh,
man. That is
yeah.
badass.
So I got that in my haunted display case over there.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And that's awesome.
Mm,
And so, like, I think too, next, what, like 2 more weeks, we're going to do this again.
yeah.
You should
Yeah.
definitely, like, see if we can't set up shop near that too. Like, that'd be pretty
Oh,
awesome to talk about and then see if any spirits interact.
yeah. That's well. I got the cat balls on them right now. I was waiting to see if they would do anything. But I
No,
thought I saw a flash of light, but I couldn't really tell. They
yeah, I couldn't tell either, but it looked like that top right above like whatever the sitting right next to looks like a horns almost, but from here.
those are the two dolls.
Okay, yeah, it was like right there.
The
So,
one doll's leaning forward.
yeah, but yeah, I thought it was just maybe the lights like playing tricks or something like that.
Yeah, I thought I saw like above her head or something. I thought I saw some kind of light or something.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
just saw
Maybe
like
they
this light is
they
mine, but
yeah they do what they want when they want. I
yeah,
haven't been able to train them.
you can't
they
hold them, man. You
no
can't do it.
no.
But mm. But no,
But
I
yeah,
think too. It's
hell,
go ahead.
yeah, we got Waverly, hell, Haunt Atlanta this weekend.
Hmm.
We're going to that. That's gonna be fun. Hang out with a lot of the celebs,
Yeah.
network. You know,
Oh God, yeah.
um,
Can't wait to do that. We are in
yeah.
Florida and Georgia. Um, Florida, don't come here. All right, like
Can't believe
this
anything,
is
James. Shh.
this is terrible. Like
Hmm.
it's too hot. We have 80 different species of mosquitoes here. So
Man,
I wouldn't recommend.
well, I don't know about where St. Augustine, but where I'm at, it was 38 degrees this morning, and it was 80 by the time lunchtime.
Yep, it doesn't know what it wants. It
I
doesn't know what it
know.
wants down here. Because
God,
yeah, it was 48 or 51 here, and then it was 80
yeah,
by noon. I'm like, all right,
crazy.
make up your mind.
It's crazy. That's why
Um,
I'm trying to. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad up there for Haunt Atlanta,
I
so I'm
saw
trying to
that.
figure. I'm probably going to leave early Saturday morning, get up there, and
Yeah,
going to do that, and then do the after party.
yeah, we're leaving Friday. We're gonna stay in a hotel. We're driving the whole
Hmm.
way on Friday, and then we're gonna stay in a hotel overnight, and then we'll go just like I said for a few hours, and then we're gonna go over to
Hmm.
LJ and just kind of chill out, little vacay. So,
Nice,
um,
nice.
but
I'm supposed to have some beers with Brian Murray. So he said
well,
we are having some beers.
dude, like obviously, throw my name out there and be like, hey, I got a guy.
Nah, he's
'Cause
a cool. He is a really cool dude. Even
yeah,
and he'll tell you I'm an investigator, regardless of being on TV. I'm an investigator. That's all I care about. Just going ghost hunting, networking,
yep,
meeting cool people. That's it. He's a really cool, nice guy.
dude, that's all I want to
Yeah,
do. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
it's like just pay me to do that. Just pay me to go on ghost hunts, and I'll be all right in life. I mean, I
Right.
even had a conversation with a paranormal misfit like yesterday. I was like, "This is all I want. All I want to do is just go investigate the dead.
It's
Is
like,
that so much to
am I
ask?"
asking too much? No
Right.
shit. Exactly.
Just
It's not like you're paying two people. He's dead.
yeah,
You're only
right.
paying me. I'm just going to socialize with
Just
him.
exactly. I'm trying to help you understand where he's coming from or she is coming from.
Yeah, and trying to make him
So
feel warm and fuzzy.
exactly. Everybody wants to
So he
be
doesn't feel
recognized.
forgotten. Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, no, I think too. Like, I do want to give a shout out to the people that actually run the places. Like the ladies
Mhm.
at Penhurst were really cool.
Oh yeah, they were.
People
They
that let
were.
us in there. These individuals are just like us. So a lot of them that
Yep.
run, the like
Van
Waverly and all
Hurst,
that, they're all ghost
Waverly,
investigators too.
um, Hamilton. I mean, that
Yeah,
was where me and you met for the first
yeah,
time. Well, yeah, physically met.
yeah. Well, I show
We
up because
bullshitted
Brandon's
back and forth
parked
on
there, and I'm like,
TikTok.
all right, yeah. Well, because like the funnier
You're
thing
like,
is like how it all happened was I put out a TikTok because I had reached out to a few groups in Florida saying like, hey, look, I'm looking for someone to join. No response at all. And so I put out
mm,
a little TikTok. I'm like, when you reach out to groups, then all you want to do is investigate. And James hit me up. He's like, hey, I've got a hunt coming up in Jasper, Florida. I'm like,
mm.
so I went through everything just to make sure he wasn't a creep online. Just like, all right, I don't want to end
Where
up
they're
in the
going to
back of a
kidnap?
trunk,
I was going
right?
to
Yeah.
kidnap you.
I mean, look at me. I could be easily kidnapped. Okay. All right. Not like
God,
Brandon where you
yeah.
can grab power lines as he's being pulled out. Um, but
I
no,
need the
it's like,
beard. I do need the
yeah,
beard.
I'm telling you, you do. You just grow it, oil it, massage it
Oh
in,
man, it's
grow
hurt
it
my eyes.
out. But yeah, no, we did Jasper, and that's where we met. And I think from there, and it's like I immediately clicked with your group, and it was just
Hey, Marianne.
just doing it, Mary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was immediate connection, and
Hmm.
even meeting Brandy and Gabe and just immediate,
Yeah.
and it felt natural, so
Exactly.
and like my wife, she goes, "You're gonna go investigate with people you met online." It's like, yeah. So,
In
but
an old
yeah,
jail.
but but yeah, no, I think too. It's just it was fun because bromance, yeah, kinda. It's just we have fun, and it's an element.
We were in a cell together in the dark. I
We
mean,
really
how much more
were, and
bromance can you get? Yeah.
exactly. And I had my eyes were covered. It was weird. There was some moments there where I'm like, did you touch me? Like, oh, I just got touched, so I didn't know.
Right.
James's hand is he's a broad guy, but he's has some soft hands, just but yeah,
Brandon's
no,
gay. He's mad he wasn't there.
yeah. But Brandon too, man, he's such a good sport. Like, and we go back and
He
forth. Me and
cries.
Brandon,
He cry. He's getting on a trend. He's cries at every investigation so far.
I noticed that. Do you think he puts peppermint like under his eyes, like just to make it look like he's crying, or
I don't know. Maybe his his tampon pinched him or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, just like the
Girl in
ride
the
up
books.
there, like all three of us are just roasting the hell out of each other, and it was just a really good time. Um
I hear you,
and
girl, in your books. Go read your books.
but yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's Jasper was also a very small location. It had a lot of activity. I was really surprised,
Yeah.
and that blew me away. I would love to go back and investigate there too, because when we did it, there was only first night it was me, you, and Brandon
Me, and
and
Courtney.
Courtney. Yep,
Courtney.
and
Yeah.
then they left, and then the next night, well, Brandy had a little mishap. All right, Gabe
Yeah.
had to drive her back. All right, I'm
If,
not
if
gonna
y'all
put
want to
her.
see the mishap, it is on my TikTok. The video's on there.
And to be honest with you, the cap cut is even funnier. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, no, and then the last night it was just me and you. And
Mm.
the uneasy part was the upstairs I mean, I'm not even talking the jails. The jail cells were not all that, but the uneasy one was
Mm.
up in the room, the kids'
The
room.
children's room.
Yeah, the children's room. That was a little uneasy because I didn't know, like, I knew obviously the kids were there interacting or whoever
Hmm.
was there interacting, but it was
Hmm.
almost like they didn't want us there. Like they did
Yeah.
not want you in that space, So I was like, oh, okay. Um, because
See,
I got a little uneasy there.
I haven't had a lot happen to me in the kids' room. I even went there during when you were spending time with your wife that day.
Hmm.
I went back down there and just hung out for a little while, just wandered by myself. Sat up there, tried reading like a children's story and stuff like that, playing music. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Uh, one time, maybe it was you left. Maybe Brandon left. I think maybe that Friday night, me and Courtney stayed there. Look, because Courtney was there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was. Well, we were up there, and I walked out of the room to the top of the staircase, and it sounded like something ran up the staircase, and that gave me chills when I heard that shit.
Yeah.
And but that's really about the only thing I've had happen up there in that area.
Yeah,
They
because
claim
I mean,
the hanging part's never been used. Supposedly,
yeah, it
most
was
of the
always
hangings were done
outside. It was
outside.
out,
Hmm.
yeah, on the grounds, and that was another weird one too. That staircase, right next, or not the staircase, the I guess the box. I never looked into it, like the little display box they have there. I never looked at it or did
Yeah,
anything. And then we got the name. Was it Robert? Robert,
William,
the guy?
William, William,
William.
William.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
got
you had no
Will.
idea about it. I asked his name and read it off the picture where him being hung,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
started saying William.
yeah, and we walked down, and I was like, that's him." Or you pointed out that's him. I'm like, what? And the name William popped up because like I was so in, because I had been out of the field for a little while, so I was a
Hmm.
little bit more enamored with just making sure that I set everything up right. I didn't want to break
Hmm.
your stuff, so I just wasn't really paying attention. Um, but yeah, I mean, just the adrenaline rush, and I've shared this with Nino and Paranormal Misfit. It's like I get more out of hunting the dead than I ever did the living. You know what I mean? If that
Right.
makes sense. And I mean, I was in the military. Everybody, it was just I'm just let me put that out there. But yeah, no, it was definitely one of those where I feel more at peace when I'm with the dead, and it's really
Hmm.
weird concept. And a lot of people look at me strangely when I say that, but it's the truth. It's almost like a form of therapy. Like you're down there.
If and just so everybody knows too, just to comment on him in the military. If you ever seen the movie In the Army Now, Pauly Shore, that's how David was.
But you're not my first sergeant. I've had many sergeants prior to you. Just see, I know that movie very well. Um,
I
but
haven't seen it in years.
dude, I could
Funny
quote
ass
that
movie though.
movie. I can quote that movie. Just like any other like comedy back in the 90s, I can pretty much quote it
Yeah.
verbatim. But yeah, no, I think too, it's like with Jasper, what I loved about Jasper too was that it was a little bit, even though it was a small space, and you almost
Mm.
felt inviting to a point. Like they wanted you in there to interact with you.
Yeah.
So that
Well,
was
if
a
there's
pretty.
one,
That's what it felt like.
well, they wanted us in there. I got not sexually assaulted, but I was apparently told that they were going to do something to me. At first,
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be you.
yeah.
They basically
Said
they said
nope.
something about their dick on their back, and I said on David's back, and he said you said no, yours.
That's when we were
And
at
I was
Delco.
like,
Yeah,
what the
that was the
fuck?
Delco
Yeah.
session.
And I was like,
But
no,
yeah,
sir, that's not happening.
so what a lot of people, obviously, we're going to be putting out the content, but we're going to be doing the Delco session a little bit differently than you've
Mm,
seen previously done. So it's a lot. It's going to be interesting because it hasn't been, that I've noticed it has not been done yet. So that's going to be pretty cool to be interacting with that. So definitely pay attention and wait
mm-hmm,
for that to come out. Um, but yeah, no, I think in the field we get so enamored with the old school works better. I mean, there is no
mm-hmm.
doubt about it. Old school tactics, it works a lot better. Now that the gear is cool, and I know that
Yeah.
more is coming out, but it has to be associated with one another. Old school and new school combined, and it's being done by a few, but more
Talk
so
about
it's
old
just,
school.
yep, boom. See, that's what I'm bringing that.
I took that to a graveyard. Actually, I got EVPs here with it. The microphone sucks, so
Hmm.
I plugged up an external microphone,
Yeah,
and it seemed to do a little better. But yeah, I caught EVPs on it.
yeah.
They because I wanted to experiment because people were talking about the old audio tapes would catch more than your digital stuff. So I wanted to
Dude,
try it
that
out.
that
So I got that off
recorder is so
eBay.
old. That recorder is so old. It still has the accent mark over the A for Panasonic. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just a. It's just. I'm kidding. It doesn't. But I'm just saying it's
I
really old. You
was,
should.
I was like, damn, how'd you see that fucking fast? Damn, your glasses are good.
Yeah.
but but yeah, I
Oh,
mean, this is from the '80s or some shit. And I mean,
has
and
to.
it's Japanese, made in Japan, so it's definitely high quality
Oh yeah. Yeah,
versus
Panasonic was a good
versus some of the
brand.
other stuff.
It was a damn good brand.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
yeah, no, I think there's going to be a lot more that CLP or Cross the Line Paranormal is going to be coming up with, and really trying to push some narratives when it comes to gear and going a little bit more old school and figuring things out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, damn, that's old. Yeah, Christina, you were probably two when that thing was established. You know, but yeah, no, I think there's going to be a lot that's going to change, and I think that this group is
Something I
definitely going to.
do, something I've got an idea for the Delco. I want to try when we do the business in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If that hidden stairwell she talks about does go down into the underground tunnel system or whatever, I definitely want to
Yeah.
try something down there. I don't want
Oh
to
yeah.
disclose it yet, but that's yeah.
Yep. And we're going to get down
And
there, even if Brandon has to have, because Brandon is like 8 feet tall, people. So, what's up, Brandon? Oh, I
we
didn't
can
know you were
crawl down here.
here. Yeah.
What's up,
So
Black
Brandon,
Smoke?
when he gets in that he's going to be chest high. He's not going to be able.
Mm-hmm.
You should see him in the tunnels at Penhurst. He had to do this just to walk through
Lean
the
his
tunnels.
head.
Just. But yeah, no, it was just it's going to be interesting to see because we're going to approach it a lot differently
Yeah.
than I think a lot of other investigators have been doing it. So, but you will
Hey,
definitely
Steven.
be seeing a lot of us. We're going to be putting out a lot of content in the coming months. But we always take a break around the holidays. So just know that Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Yeah, you
those
need to
are,
have a break, mental time, family
yeah,
time, all that, and we have such a good time. We definitely want to share it with everybody,
yeah.
experiences wise, and just us fucking goofing off and acting the fool.
Dude, like when people start seeing our videos from the car rides there,
Car
I
rides, holy
promise
shit!
you, we probably will be banned on every app. Just letting you know. Yeah, it's a really good time that we had, and
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna have to have what 16 up plus on our car ride videos,
yeah,
or 18 and up.
yep, it's gonna have to be,
Jesus
man. Yeah, it's not gonna be
shit, we
for kids,
talk
that's for sure.
about.
Yeah,
Damn.
but yeah, and obviously, Paranormal Misfit is gonna be with us in
Ah, yeah, at the Green
April
Cove.
at the Green Cove, so that'll be hers. That's your first one, right, Christine? Um, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting. And also too, I have two other coworkers that I work with that are also going to be there, and it's their very first
Mm-hmm.
investigation. So I have three people that I'm pretty much going to bring and introduce to the field. So
You're gonna scar
one,
them for life now.
yes. So oh yep, it's their first one. So I'm excited about it for you, sis. And but yeah, we're going to be bringing new people in,
Tell her to
and
bring extra pants just in case.
also sweaters because you don't know what's going to happen. Cold
You're
snaps are crazy.
right.
This is definitely starting to go to the brain. Um, but no, I think too it's going to be interesting because I'm bringing one that's a retired cop,
Mm-hmm.
over 20 years
Oh, that's
retired
cool.
cop, and one guy that's just like, I'm really interested in it. I'm like, okay, cool, because guess what? I have one local. You can come.
Right.
So yeah, I'd be interested. I
So,
don't think
is
Christine
the
will back
retired
out.
cop bringing handcuffs?
He better, because then we all know he has them. All right, how he utilizes them, I'm not going to be anywhere near him. All right, because I'm just not. See, I'm way
I'm
too pretty
asking
to
for
go
a
to jail.
friend. Brandon might want to know.
Yeah, well, handcuff
Well, he
Brandon. Do
has
you
his own
like handcuffs?
handcuffs.
Yeah, I know you
He
do,
has
but
his own. He
they're
used to be a
fuzzy though.
cop.
He's
Brandon
fuzzy.
used
They're
to be a
fuzzy
cop.
though.
They might
They're
compare
not like
sizes. I
Christine.
don't know.
Look at I ratchet it quicker. I ratchet it quicker than you do. Uh, but no, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a lot of laughs, and because I think one way that a lot of that's not really given to the public about how much fun we actually have on these investigations, and
Hmm.
but when we just like to Brandon had once stated, it's like, but once there's activity, no, we're going to be obviously trying
Yeah.
to connect with that activity and make sure that we try to capture it as best as possible, but. We really want to show the light side of it because, people
Oh
love to be
yeah.
afraid, but they also love to laugh. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because if you watch horror
Yeah.
movies for a
There's. I
long period
mean,
of time,
I'm not knocking any out. There's some people,
no.
and I follow them, and they're great. There's just some people just take it way too damn seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, there is a serious tone to it, and a respectful side you want to be to it, to the spirits and all that. But
right.
some of them are just way too damn serious. You
Yeah.
got to have fun with it,
Yeah.
or
We're not in the
your
military.
people ain't. Yeah, exactly.
You know,
You're
it's,
not in no damn boarding school.
Yeah, you're not. It's not
You
like
know, if you
you're.
do something wrong, you're gonna get your hand smacked by a ruler or
No.
some shit.
Yeah. It's like we're back in the in the Catholic Church. Just I'm kidding. We're not
Exactly,
doing that.
exactly.
But yeah, no, just show the light side, show the comedic value of it, because
Mm-hmm.
once you show people you can have fun and do this, and it's going to get more people interested in the field, and so the shows have done a great job, and great
Yeah,
investigators that we follow, mutuals and everything else, they're doing a great job in the field, and they're
I
also
agree a
showing the
bit.
lighter side of it, and it's
Yeah.
bringing people to the field, and it's like,
Well,
well,
see, and
they're having fun.
exactly, well, and that's talking about the shows. You know,
Hmm.
go way back in the day, the Ghost Hunters original. You know,
Yep.
taps and all that, and I had several experiences as a kid, and completely forgot about. I don't know where. You know, a lot of times I can't remember shit from yesterday, but this memory popped in my head. So when my grandfather died, I got his old. He
What's
had
up, Justin?
several electrical devices, of recording devices. And I mean, I'm talking about with the reels, where you put the reels on and the tape
Yeah.
goes spinning around and shit from like the
Yeah.
70s. Recording devices. Okay, I had
Dang.
all that set up in my room. I was 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
We got all that stuff when he passed, and so anyway, when he passed, my parents, they still have his ashes at their house. Stuff was starting to happen around the house, and just different weird things. And we chalked it up to being him, this, that, and the other. Weren't ever afraid. Sometimes we were creeped out. I mean, he was doing stuff from messing with my radio to you'd hear doors opening and shutting, voices. One time I did see out of the corner of my eye, looked like somebody walking into the kitchen. I thought it was my dad,
Yeah.
and I turned and there was nobody there. It was just this gray form. But anyway, me and my buddy were over and we were just fucking around, had the microphone, talking into the recording thing and playing it back. Had no idea. And I don't remember exactly if it said hi, hey, what the hell it actually said, but I remember hearing a voice to the point that we both freaked out, never played with it again.
Yeah. Taught you real quick, huh?
Actually, yep, and to the point that I had my dad get rid of the whole device because I didn't know what it was. We just knew there was another voice that wasn't ours,
Yeah.
and it freaked us both out.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, a couple years later, 2 or 3 years later, maybe Taps comes along, and I was slightly interested but creeped out. But then all of a sudden, they're showing, oh, you can investigate this stuff. You can go. You don't have to be afraid of it. Respect
Right.
it, but you don't have to be afraid of it. And that's just like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. And that just kind of
Yep.
fueled it from there. And but of course, I live in BFE of Georgia, where there isn't cool locations, there isn't
Nope.
anything like that
See,
around
because
close. You got to drive.
Justin, I started with Justin Rush, and he's into the paranormal too. And
Oh, okay.
but we were stationed together at Andrews, and he could tell you about Chapel too, and the hangar
Mm-hmm.
was it Hangar 9, I believe it was, Rush.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's like it. I've been surrounded by it my entire life. Being stationed. My dad was stationed in San Diego, Camp Pendleton. And we lived in old base housing. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear anything, just always creeped out. And my grandparents' house, there was this one room in the back. They lived in Prescott, Arizona, and there was this one room in the back that neither my brother nor I wanted to go anywhere near. And it just gave you that vibe. And so
Yeah.
I unsolved mysteries for me.
Well, I was just about to say, do you, by chance, since you were an Unsolved Mysteries buff too, there's an episode they talk about a hangar, being you brought up Hangar 9, of a pilot that crashed and died near that hangar. I just don't know if you remember what base or hangar or where it was at. There
there's
was
a
an episode
couple.
Unsolved Mysteries did
Yeah, there's a couple.
because they say
And
they
a lot
see
of
a
them.
man walking across the hangar.
Yeah, Hawaii was a big one
Mm-hmm.
for that when they went out
Yeah, I
to
guess
Hawaii
Pearl
in the
Harbor and all.
Pacific,
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor, but there's reports military bases are probably in a lot of haunted locations on military
Mm-hmm.
installations, but the only problem is getting access to them,
Yeah.
so
Well, now, and that's something a lot of people don't know. The Gold Coast Railroad Museum down in Miami that I just went to, it used to be a naval base.
Twitch, what's up, brother?
It
Yeah,
was, it was, they had blimps there from World War II, and they used the blimps to go up and down the coast for, submarines, looking for Nazi submarines, and either it was a bad storm or a hurricane came up, and a spark happened. The blimps exploded, and I mean these places are massive. Killed all the personnel that was there. I don't know if it was daytime or nighttime when it happened.
Yeah.
Killed several personnel that were there, and eventually the base closed down, and then the zoo bought it, and then they turned part of it into the railroad museum it is now.
Yeah.
Now I did hear my first time down there. Everybody was in one of the train cars. They got a medical car, and I went to get some batteries or something. I went back to base camp, and coming back, I heard boots. I'm in tennis shoes. I heard boots walking behind me for about 3 seconds. It was just boom, boom, boom. And I stopped and turned around. There was nobody there. I was like, oh, shit.
See, and that's why I love this field, man. I love investigating because when you do hear something like that, it gets you going. You know, you're like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
are you like,
You
oh, yes, you know, you are going to be like that. But I think,
you get that adrenaline rush.
yeah, and that's what I guess I'm after because, like, when I served and Rush can attest to this, it's like that's what going down range, that was the adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
That, getting out there
Mm-hmm.
and doing a job, that's the adrenaline. And when stuff pops off, you're
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, and now you're looking for that, and that's what this field has done for me. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
obviously a huge Ghost Hunters fan myself, the original Ghost
Mm-hmm.
Hunters. And I'm actually, even though I actually love the energy that Destination and Project Fear
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
brings to the atmosphere of this field.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do
Now, and I
enjoy.
can't knock the second Ghost Hunters because I'm friends with Brian.
Oh yeah,
Michelle's
no,
really nice.
absolutely.
All of them. Not we're just. I know we're giving because that's what we grew up with,
Yeah,
and and a few others with the reboot of it. So I can't knock that at all.
right.
They all had their own strengths and their own. It was their own thing. They made their own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would love to
going
shake
back to the original.
Jason and Grant's hand, man. I mean, because they're the ones.
Mm-hmm.
After watching Unsolved Mysteries, and then I started watching Ghost Hunters. They really like,
Was it In Search of was one of them? Wasn't it In Search of? Was
yeah,
that
In
one of the
Search
ones
of.
from the 90s too? I mean, just yeah,
Well,
it was
because
just
what I
unheard of.
liked about the Ghost, they tried to debunk, and that's what me.
Yeah.
I try to debunk. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And you also know that a lot of other accounts have blocked me because I have debunked a few of their
You
videos.
bullied people,
I
okay?
do.
You were
I don't
mean.
know why. I'm a meanie.
You interfered with their safe space.
I did, right? Their ego got tapped. It
Exactly.
was crazy. But yeah, no, and I would
Well,
love
you
to
just
shake their
called them out
hand.
on their bullshits. All it was,
Yeah, yeah,
they suckered ignorant people, and not being mean with ignorance, just they just don't know,
yeah,
suckering them in, getting all these likes and follows on bullshit videos that you can tell are obviously edited or faked or a fishing string or something like that, and you
yeah.
just called them out and they didn't like it, and
Nope.
and the problem is you can't defend yourself on TikTok or whatever platform. As
Yep.
soon as you're claimed to be a bullying or whatever they want to call it, they block
Yeah.
you. You're
Yep.
the one punished, and you're just trying to protect people.
Yeah, and because again, it's like one of those. I don't mind if you put for entertainment purposes only, or something in the description that says this is not real. Like,
Yeah,
don't put something up there that says creepy things caught on camera and it's obviously AI. And then
right.
you have people in the comments like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you caught that." I'm like, they didn't. They superimpose it on. There's a program called AI
Mm-hmm.
and generation. But AI is another topic we're probably going to talk about very very soon because that's also going to throw this field uh,
Mm,
sideways. And a lot of
yeah,
people are going to be posting things with AI, and it's going to mislead a lot of people. And so for that clickbait, for things like that, and that's what a lot of people don't like. They don't like to be called out. I get it,
exactly.
and if I'm ever wrong, and James has done this, like if I'm ever wrong, call me out. Like, yeah, if I post them, like I don't know if this is real.
Mm-hmm.
Call
Well,
me
that's
out.
how hell. That's how me and you met.
Yeah,
Your videos. We would discuss and comment and bullshit back and forth on. That's how we met.
yeah.
And then you started stalking my page and kind
I
of
just want to make
got
sure, bro. I
creepy
don't
in
want to be
there.
in a trunk. I don't want to be in a trunk, man. Because like, look at me. I'm like 155 pounds. Okay.
I still think it's funny as shit though. The video you posted about uh, contacting ghost teams and you're ghosted or some shit like that. The way you
Yeah.
posted that video, been
Uh,
ghosted.
Yeah,
So I
I
felt
reached
bad,
out to
like I
go.
reached out to you.
I got ghosted by ghost hunters. It was weird. Um, and it was true though. It's like, dude, I'm
Mm.
reaching out. I want to be a part of your team. You know, I've looked into your content. I believe in what you're doing. And then nothing. I'm
But you
like,
know what's
okay,
you know what hurt my feelings? You
what?
didn't contact me.
I
I
didn't
wasn't. I
know.
wasn't a part of that. I wasn't a
No,
part of
no,
that
because
contact.
because you live in BFE.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I live in one of the
2
oldest
hours.
cities.
Whoop de
I'm
fucking
just
do.
look. All right, see the way my back is set up. All right, thanks a lot,
You have
big
a
body.
cane. You have a
Exactly.
cane.
Thanks. I do. But
And now I got
uh,
a 1930s wheelchair I can roll you around in.
do not tempt me, because I will. I'm gonna have
It's
James
actually to be
pushing me
made
through
of
that
wood.
damn
It's
thing.
fucking comfortable.
I'm gonna have James push me in every single like. All right, leave me here.
Right.
You know, just I get to see it now. Delco rolling. You know, just or something. I'm
Right.
not sure. But
Hey, that's kind of catchy. Delco rolling.
um, that's patent pending. Everybody, there's only
Yeah,
like 8 of you, but
patented.
that's patent pending. Okay. But yeah, no, it's been a wild ride thus far, and I really do look
Hmm.
forward to getting back together with the
Dude,
team. So
is not. I mean, Haunted Atlanta. We're fixing to do that local investigation, which I'm excited because it used to be a hotel
yeah,
built on top of another hotel that burnt down. On top of just the town itself is fucking active.
yeah,
I think there's a lot of dark history that people don't want to talk about. um, the battles, well, we got Green Cove and then the battleship.
yep,
I'm excited for the battleship.
me too.
One, it's going to be a big ass party. Two, investigating a battleship.
Right, right. And then, I mean, right after that, we go on like we're trying to find a location for May or June, and
Hmm.
then yeah, Brandon too. Car ride, yeah, absolutely. So Brandon will be there with us going up to
Yes,
booze for the
booze
battleship.
on the battleship. You know,
And
yeah, if
then
anyone doesn't know, you can buy tickets to it. It's not like a private event. You can get tickets.
yeah,
I don't think they've sold out. They may have sold out for the after
the
investigation
after
thing,
investigation, yeah,
but the main event you can buy tickets for,
yeah. And then
and it's on a
we're
battleship. I mean, what
looking,
the fuck? That's just
yeah, I'm going.
amazing.
I'm
That's
going
amazing.
because I mean, like I said before, the military. I mean, yes, it carries a lot with it, and that is just one of those. I mean, there's a lot of trauma that
Yeah.
happens, and and it's sad. I'm not saying that it's not sad or anything, but
Hmm.
a lot of these spirits just want to be heard, and I think that we can,
God
if we can
damn.
provide that, then that closure for them, then let's do it. But then,
Exactly.
May or June, we're trying to find a location. I've reached out to, I don't even know how many now. I mean, I think it's like well into the 30s, just trying to
Hmm.
find a location. But then July
Maybe your
is
beard scares
Waverly.
them.
And, I don't think so. I think it's because you shaved yours. Like
Oh, is
they
that
looked,
you're the
yeah.
one emailing them? I'm not even. It's not like you're sending
Uh,
my face, in an
they've got to
email
be
to
some
the.
volunteers, right? Or like somebody that doesn't know how to answer
Now,
emails.
if you got you a wizard hat, because I know you're a Harry Potter fan, you could kind
I
of go
am.
on a Gandalf kind of thing.
My kids call me Gandalf, okay? And it's kind of disrespectful. It's
Oh
kind of
wait,
disrespectful.
Gandalf ain't Harry Potter. That's Lord of the Rings. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant
Yeah.
though. I got you. But no, and then July we're going to Waverly, and then August we're going to Old South Pittsburgh and Old Harriman.
Hmm.
So I got a little
Hmm.
overzealous on that one. I apologize, but
That's gonna be a
um,
long fucking weekend. It's gonna be fun, but it's
that's
gonna be a long weekend.
it's going to be a long weekend. We have drive up one day, investigate the
Wait,
next
wait, wait.
two.
What? What? What'd you
We're
say?
driving up. We're driving up one day.
The we?
Yeah,
More than likely, it's gonna be me, motherfucker,
I already said
driving
that.
while everybody else is sleeping. No,
You're
you said
driving
we.
us.
There's no
Yeah, we're
we.
we. We
There's
are
no
we.
y'all
Dude,
gonna be
I'm
we
gonna keep you
riding.
entertained. Yeah. We riding. We riding together.
I'll be the
I'm
one
just
having to drive the whole damn way.
it's just okay, you're a better driver. All right. Are you happy now? Are you happy?
I mean, I
We are
feel
sleeping.
safer when I'm
Yeah.
driving.
Me too. I'll trust you, because you're on the road a lot more than
Yeah,
I am, so let me
Brandon
trust it.
scared me. Brandon scared me.
Well, Brandon's trying to call 6 people while driving, and then, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't, he just says, "What was that?" And I was like, "That's your phone. That you're driving. You tell us what was that."
Right.
But no, I can't wait for our car ride up, man.
Oh
It's gonna
God,
be fun.
yeah. Yeah, it will
But
be.
then yeah, it's I mean we're booked up until August. You know, we're obviously trying to find a location for October because we do want to
Hmm.
do a decent one in
Yeah,
October and then take the break.
I'm going to take a break from the library this year. I'm actually going to take a break from doing paranormal tours this year and
Yeah,
do something for us for October
yeah,
instead of hey Jazz, um, instead of doing tied up with tours, which are fun. I mean, and I hate we're going to do that because a lot of people that came to tours last year first time
yeah.
want to come back, but I don't want to burn the library out as far as people, people coming and all that. They've been 2 or 3 years in a row. They may not want to come in.
Right.
I want to give it a break and all that. And I would like, hopefully, we can get into another location soon,
Yeah.
up there possibly, but that's still in the works, So we'll just have to see on that one.
I should just reach out to Trans Allegheny and say, you know what, we're coming in October, whether you want us to or not. I'll break into that damn thing. Okay.
you,
I
you
won't.
better
Don't
bring
do
a
that.
big, you
Don't
better
do
bring a
that.
big
By the way.
checkbook.
Yeah. I know. I'm a little
Oh
overzealous.
my
I totally
god,
get it. But yeah, Trans Allegheny is definitely a bucket hunt for me.
that's a bucket list. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a
And then
big
I want to
bucket
go out
list.
west,
Jesus,
man. I want to go out west soon. Like,
I want to go ghost towns or mines. Oh
yeah,
my god.
dude, I can only imagine what it would
I'll
be
crawl
like.
down a hole. I'll crawl down a deep dark hole. I mean, I ain't afraid.
Me too. I'll go after him. Be like, what's
You're
going
small
on?
enough; you'd get to there easily.
Yeah. I mean,
Clown
dude,
town. I
look at,
don't give a fuck. Brandon, I don't give. Everybody's about that clown motel. I'm not. No,
I'm not going to a clown motel.
no, no.
No, that is the.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, but like a clown motel is the dumbest freaking idea for a hotel. I mean, you're out in the middle of a desert. You know
No,
what sounds good? Let's
right?
put some clowns out there. They're already clowns there. All right,
Clowns.
you don't need another like establishment for clowns. They're already creepy. Okay.
I mean, they say it's creepy and haunted, whatever. It's next to a cemetery, so obviously the spirits from the graves are moving over there, but I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck for clowns.
Yeah.
A poltergeist ruined me. I mean, it's fucking clown.
Yeah. Dude, I'm never watching that movie again. Okay, I watched that when I was a kid. Nope, that was a
I
bad
watched that
idea.
one and I watched the remake. Both of them were still creepy as hell.
Yeah. Nope.
I had
But
nightmares with that clown.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. See, I don't do clowns. No. Mm-mm. Not for me.
Oh, I didn't know it was next. It's also next to an old mine that collapsed. I did not know that. Thank you,
I didn't know
Jazz.
that. Jazz, really? Okay, nice. But yeah.
How am I going to answer my phone, Brandon? I'm on my phone for the live.
Mhm.
Jesus,
You
fucking
gonna tell him? You want me to
Sasquatch.
tell him? I'm kidding.
God,
What do you mean answer your phone?
I don't. That's what Brandon told me. I'm like, how?
How's, how is he gonna answer? He probably wants to talk. Hear this country ass.
Yeah, it's probably in a
Um,
Sasquatch outfit.
yeah, he probably is, man. If he doesn't bring it, like he needs to bring it to Waverly for sure.
Oh,
Like
dude,
one,
yes,
because how
yes.
many
Wait,
sightings
no,
are out there?
he's not going to Waverly.
I
It's
thought he was going
it's
to
just me
Waverly.
and you. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. There was
Okay.
only when he wasn't able to get off, or some there was some reason he wasn't able to go.
Oh, okay. Okay. For some reason, you know what? You may have told me that, but I must have forgot. My bad. But yeah, he's got
He
to bring
likes
it
to
to at
work.
least
He
one.
likes to work, so he never wants to take off of work.
I see that,
That's
man.
why he's not going.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. But no, we'll wrap up, man. We're gonna do this every 2 weeks, so that way we don't really
Yeah,
necessarily burn it out.
this is
And
great,
yeah, and then
and we'll
stay
talk
tuned for
about other
next time.
stuff too. I mean, shit, not just that. I mean,
Yeah,
stuff to listen to, whatever, bullshit.
yeah.
We'll
And I
probably
think
invite Brandon's ugly ass on too.
debatable. Okay, and now if he wears a Sasquatch mask, then we can.
There
Okay,
you
and
go. There you go.
but he can only do the chewy sound. That's it. He can't do anything else other than that. But hey, Matt. But yeah, no, actually, we're gonna wrap up now and give the night back. But again, brother, I appreciate it, and you're gonna see a lot more from us as we do this. But it's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna be fun, energetic, and I think that you all are gonna really enjoy it.
Absolutely. And thank you everybody that's came on and liked the
Yes.
lives and all that and interacted. That's what we wanted to do too. It wasn't just about two old guys talking to each other and one comparing beard sizes over here. We're just wanting to bullshit, with people in the chat too, meet people And
Yeah,
that's what it's all about in the end. You know.
absolutely. And asking questions, obviously there's a lot of
All right,
experience on that
Jazz.
side.
You bet.
So middle-aged.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Middle aged.
But
We're
yeah,
experienced. Put it experienced. That's
we're
what it
salt and
is.
peppered for a reason. Okay, that's
Yeah.
salt and peppered for a reason.
Salt and pepper.
But we're going to be doing a lot of this. Look forward to a lot of the stuff that we put out, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
But all right,
Thank
y'all
you,
have a great
everyone.
night.
You too, man. Talk to you later.
Later, bro.